Welcome to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of numismatics and uncover stories behind coins that have captured the imagination of collectors everywhere. Today, we take a closer look at a particular coin that has generated more buzz than perhaps any other in recent years, the 2009 1-cent coin, a piece of currency that on the surface seems utterly mundane, yet has achieved an astonishing valuation of up to $182 million due to remarkable errors and mistakes in its production. As we delve into this intriguing subject, you'll discover what makes this simple penny an object of such great desire, primarily arising from the rare minting errors that occurred during its production. The United States Mint produced the 2009 penny with the intent to honor the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, transitioning the coin from the classic design to something that reflects historical significance, and while most of these coins were properly struck, a number of them slipped through the cracks with egregious errors that make them exceedingly rare, creating not just curiosity but an extravagant market for collectors. The most notable mistake involved the misalignment of the dies that created these coins. Some of these pennies were minted with the Lincoln image either partially obscured or entirely flawed, leading to extreme rarity in certain variations. This misalignment occurs when the coin's design fails to center correctly during the minting process, resulting in artifacts that collectors fervently seek. Another striking error arose from the use of incorrect metal compositions, as some coins were produced with a mix that deviated from the standard copper plating and zinc core, giving them not only a unique appearance but also a distinct weight and feel that further enthralls numismatists. Collectors have identified varieties that consist of coins where the lettering was incorrectly stamped, the inscriptions E pluribus unum and In God We Trust appeared weak or incomplete, leaving a remarkable imprint of imperfection that symbolizes an unintentional historical moment. Further adding to the mystery of the 2009 cents value is the peculiar phenomenon of hoarding among collectors, who often save a rare coin instead of circulating it, significantly distorting the supply and driving up its price on the secondary market. As these rare coins accumulate in private collections, the available supply dwindles, skyrocketing their valuation as demand increases among both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts alike. Enthusiasts often share anecdotal stories of rare finds at coin shows and estate sales, recounting how they stumbled upon unassuming jars filled with these seemingly common 2009 pennies, only to discover that a very minor defect could turn an innocuous coin into a veritable treasure. As rumors circulate about the potential for grading services to identify these rare variations, collectors explore additional avenues to authenticate and appraise their newfound properties, feeding into the thrill of the hunt and opening a dialogue about the value of perceived imperfections. Many of these coins have been submitted to professional grading services that assess their condition and authenticity, impacting their marketplace value significantly. A coin's grade can influence its desirability and price, turning what could be considered pedestrian into something extraordinarily valuable. Market trends indicate that while the rarer specimens fluctuate in price based on auction results and collector interest, the excitement surrounding the 2009 1-cent coin seems to consistently hold its ground, ensuring that it remains a hotly debated topic among coin aficionados. Additionally, educational institutions and museums have begun to take notice, advocating for the analysis of mint errors as a means to teach about production processes, economic history, and consumer behavior, thus magnifying the importance of these errors beyond just monetary factors. As we reflect on the staggering valuation of $182 million for the 2009 1-cent coin, we must ponder not just the equivalent market worth but also the societal fascination with the concept of value itself, making this phenomenon an enduring commentary on how rarity and imperfection can transform everyday objects into extraordinary collectibles. We invite you to join us on this journey into the world of rare coins, as we examine the myriad factors influencing their worth and explore the stories behind their creation, extension, and ultimate valuation. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more engaging content that reveals the hidden treasures of our economic history. Next! Today, we're exploring a coin that has astonished collectors and enthusiasts alike with its remarkable valuation, the 1989 1-cent coin, which has been appraised at a staggering $83 million due to significant errors and mistakes during its minting process. This particular penny, often deemed unremarkable at first glance, carries within it an extraordinary tale of errors that have not only escalated its desirability among collectors but have also turned it into an emblem of the fascinating intricacies of coin production. As we take a closer look at the elements contributing to this coin's astronomical value, you'll discover the specific minting errors that occurred during its production and how these anomalies have sparked an explosion of interest among numismatic aficionados. The United States Mint, in its endeavor to produce millions of these pennies in 1989, inadvertently created a range of flaws, each contributing to the rarity of specific specimens. One of the most significant errors that has captivated collectors is the presence of what's known as the double die error, where the coin's design appears to be struck twice, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect on certain inscriptions and images. In the case of the 1989 penny, this error is particularly fascinating because it creates an optical illusion, making the lettering, for example, appear as if it's slightly offset, lending an artistic flair that is both unintentional and strikingly beautiful. This double die error isn't just a slight imperfection. In fact, it's a much sought-after characteristic that makes these coins incredibly desirable to collectors, as they symbolize the rare occurrences that can happen during the minting process. The 1989 1-cent coin is also notable for its distinctive plating issues that have emerged through errors in manufacturing, where some pennies were accidentally struck with incorrect metal compositions. These variations, consisting of pennies that strayed from the standard copper-plated zinc structure, resulted in noticeable differences in weight and appearance, which further elevate their status among serious collectors. It's essential to realize that the coins that strayed from the expected minting process do not merely represent financial worth, they also embody tales of production anomalies that evoke excitement in those who appreciate the nuances of coin collecting. The marketplace for such unique coins can become increasingly fervent when errors are detected, with individuals often engaging in heated discussions about the worth and significance of these minting flaws, leading to rivalries and spirited debates that illustrate the passion surrounding the hobby. In addition to the double die and metal composition errors, we find the issue of misplaced or incorrect stamps, such as the placement of the Lincoln Memorial or "In God We Trust" inscription, adding yet another layer of complexity to the desirability of specific 1989 cents. A misplaced letter or inconsistent spacing can make a particular coin extraordinarily rare, prompting biddings in auctions that can escalate remarkably, with collectors fighting tooth and nail to secure these aesthetically and historically impressive pieces. When one considers the broader implications of these transactions and collector fervor for the 1989 1-cent coin, it becomes clear that emotions intertwine with economics. The collective nostalgia for the era that produced the coin, coupled with the sheer folly of observing a coin once deemed inconsequential, now rising to monumental financial heights, represents a deep-rooted human fascination with the stories and accidents that create value. Auction houses prosper from showcasing these treasures, with professional grading services elevating the coin's worth by accurately appraising their condition, rarity, and error types, further catalyzing the frenzy within the numismatic community. Furthermore, educational initiatives and workshops have popped up around the appreciation of these unique specimens. Many collectors join forums and special interest groups to discuss strategies for identification, valuation, and the historical significance of coins with minting errors, thereby fostering a strong community bound together by a shared passion for collecting. These values are not solely monetary, they extend to the rich narratives surrounding individuals' experiences while hunting for these coins, the exhilarating euphoria when discovering that elusive double die in a change jar, or the triumph felt when mistakenly overlooked pennies are recognized for their worth. The story behind the 1989 1-cent coin is a powerful reminder that uncertainty often resides at the heart of numismatics, and the exploration of collectible coins can lead to a broader appreciation of history, economics, and the myriad of human experiences wrapped within the pursuit of acquiring objects of value. As speculation continues around how these coins can fetch millions at auctions, it sparks curiosity about the economics underlying the hobby, taking collectors and enthusiasts down an educational path that frames every rarefied penny as a piece of history, longing to be appreciated for not only its price tag but also its story woven into the fabric of America's currency. While individual collectors languish in the throes of uncertainty about the full market potential of even a coin in their pockets, the thrill of the unknown keeps the numismatic community alive and thriving. The interplay between rarity and value finds its essence in the simple yet profound connection every collector has with discrepancies that emerge from the minting process. It reinforces why we find beauty in flaws and imperfections that make these particular items ever so precious. As we continue to dissect the outstanding valuation of the 1989 1-cent coin at $83 million, we recognize that its worth transcends its monetary figure, embodying layers of human interaction, emotional investment, and a rich tapestry of historical significance. We wholeheartedly invite you to immerse yourself in this enthralling journey of discovery within the world of rare coins, exploring how unique stories and intriguing minting eras transform everyday objects into coveted collectibles. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling quest, and be sure to subscribe for more compelling tales that shine a light on the fascinating undercurrents of numismatics and the captivating treasures hidden within our currency system. Last, we're diving into the compelling story of the 2001 1-cent coin, a simple piece of currency that has gained remarkable attention in numismatic circles due to its astonishing valuation of $17 million, stemming from multiple minting errors and mistakes that occurred during its production. At first glance, you might wonder how a common penny could attain such extraordinary worth, but as we unravel the intricacies behind its creation, you'll understand how these errors transform an unassuming coin into a highly sought-after treasure among collectors. The United States Mint produced the 2001 penny as part of its ongoing effort to circulate 1-cent coins, featuring a design that commemorates the famous likeness of Abraham Lincoln. Yet unbeknownst to the Mint staff, various unusual mistakes occurred during the production process that have since driven its value to unprecedented heights. One of the most significant errors associated with the 2001 penny is the well-documented wide AM error, which refers to the spacing between the letters A and M in the phrase E pluribus unum on the reverse side of the coin. In the minting process, some coins were struck with a wider gap between these two letters, a flaw that ultimately transforms them into highly coveted specimens among passionate collectors. The wide AM error is not merely an aesthetic imperfection. Coins exhibiting this anomaly are estimated to number in the very low thousands, a striking rarity that significantly enhances their appeal. When an enterprising collector manages to obtain a wide AM penny, it's not just a lucky find. That coin can become a centerpiece of their collection, representing an intersection of history, artistry, and business, all bound together by the story of its production. Another considerable error associated with this year's 1-cent coin is referred to as the die break or broad strike error, which occurs when a piece of the die used to strike the penny breaks or cracks, leaving an impression of that imperfection on the final product. The presence of die breaks adds visible inconsistencies to the surface of the coins, turning them into unique pieces that tell their own stories of the minting process. Those who come across a 2001 penny with these features often find themselves enthralled, realizing that they have stumbled upon a piece of history that few others will ever own, adding a personal story to their collecting journey that appears so evidently valuable in its own right. The thrill of the hunt for such rare coins fuels the enthusiasm of collectors around the world, transforming what once seemed like a mundane piece of currency into an object of fascination imbued with mysteries waiting to be unlocked. Collectors have also reported finding specimens with various striking inconsistencies, such as irregularities in the lettering or misaligned images, that further add to the desirability of the 2001 penny. Any deviation from the standard finish can present an opportunity to acquire something with a rich narrative, as the uniqueness of each piece creates an allure that's more than monetary. Each coin has its own backstory rooted in the processes of its creation, grounding it in the greater narrative of American history. These conditions transform the coin into a canvas that captures not only an iconic image of Lincoln but also the stories of those who have held it over the years, connecting generations through the simple act of collecting. As news spreads regarding the astronomical prices that some collectors are willing to pay for coins showcasing these flaws, sales at auctions capture the excitement and sustained interest in the market for numismatic errors. Bidders gather in thrilling environments, vying for the chance to take home eked-out treasures that also come with stories of their own, dramatically increasing the chain of production from the mint to the auction floor and into the hands of passionate collectors. The interplay between rarity, historical significance, and personal emotion weaves through the market, giving rise to the phenomenon that is the 2001 1-cent coin, a potential touchstone for those engaged in the act of numismatics. As the $17 million price tag garners attention, the underlying fascination surrounding the coin serves as a testament to how seemingly trivial aspects of currency can elevate objects into the realm of legend. Furthermore, it is intriguing to observe how the value of coins, particularly those characterized by unique errors, can fluctuate depending on market trends, collector interest, and overall economic climate. Even after years of being in circulation and forming a part of numerous people's daily transactions, a 2001 AD penny can end up commanding exceptional prices at coin shows or through private sales, drawing in both seasoned collectors and curious newcomers who are eager to participate in this vibrant hobby. The intergenerational aspect of coin collecting cannot be overlooked, as families often pass down their collections over the years, sharing stories about specific pieces and creating family legacies intertwined with heritage and identity. A seemingly ordinary penny with unforgettable minting errors can adopt significance beyond its financial trajectory, becoming an heirloom connected deeply to family histories and personal memories. Additionally, educational dimensions tied to the 2001 AD 1 cent coin have grown significantly, inspiring a wave of interest in workshops, lectures, and community events focused on coin collecting. Educational institutions may utilize these notable coins and their errors in lessons about economics, history, or even art, fostering an appreciation for the convergence of these seemingly distinct fields through the analysis of coins. Such programs resonate well with hobbyists and newbies alike, uniting them in a shared passion while empowering them with insights into how to assess coins, understand value fluctuations, and appreciate the art behind this national currency that has circulated through millions of hands. As collectors learn more about historical context, they become more invested in their pieces, adding layers of depth to the narratives behind these objects that continue to intrigue observers. Through a larger lens, the inflationary patterns of currency over time and the role of numismatic value in investment strategies spark conversations regarding the future of coin collecting and how emerging technology could redefine the industry. As cryptocurrencies gain traction and digital currencies expand, conversations often arise surrounding the significance of physical coins amidst these digital transformations, a dialogue that includes perspectives on the tactile nature of coin collecting and the connections it fosters, particularly in an increasingly digitized world. Ultimately, the legacy of the 2001 AD 1 cent coin exemplifies the unpredictable tapestry woven throughout the world of numismatics, where random mistakes in minting can persistently capture the hearts and minds of collectors as they strive to uncover outstanding coins hidden among everyday transactions. Thus, as the $17 million price tag continues to circulate in discussions throughout the numismatic community, it further emphasizes the enchanting stories that arise from the imperfection inherent in human-crafted objects and how these errors can transform simple items into profound reflections of cultural heritage. Thank you for joining us on this exciting voyage through the history, value, and community surrounding the remarkable 2001 AD 1 cent coin, and be sure to subscribe for more riveting explorations that illuminate the extraordinary narratives woven into the fabric of our currency.